Oh, Ragnar's going core. All right, all right. Randy's going core. It's always fun watching like a newer map in 1v1s and like when people are still figuring stuff out on like where to spawn and like what builds are good. And there's like a lot of variation in play. It's always I enjoy watching. Like Canis when it was new was fun to watch. And you know, this map has got a similar thing where there's a lot of different spawns and different builds. Did a four-way against Barbs on Great Divide. Oh god. Yeah, Barbs are a little they're good for new players to learn, but they're a little dumb. So you're both going to Tank Lab. Yeah, this map is there's a good amount of like dedicated spawns because it's it's probably a little more focused for like a small team game sort of map. So it does lead to like played in 1v1s. It's a pretty high macro like economy map. Uh, and the variation of different things you can do because of the different spawns is also pretty high, which is cool. I heard some people talking about the various spawns of like this spot that Randy took is better for tanks because it's a lot easier to defend this spot. So you can build up a little slower and a little safer versus like if you're bots or something, you play a little more forward and you know it's a little easier to be aggressive early and use like the bots early advantage. But you know, I imagine it's not like a hard rule on any of that. Or I don't even know how true any of that is. That might have been Therixy saying that, and I don't know how true Therixy's knowledge is. Played a game yet? No, we just watched Randy versus Contra, and now I'm watching Randy versus Ragna. Okay. I have played no games. I've done everything I could to avoid playing 8v8s, and I've done well. I've done well avoiding 8v8s. This is like the exact same build, the same expansion path. Which I think, to be fair, if you're playing 1v1s, it's like having a clear, path of expansion in your mind is very important. And it leads to like much smoother macro overall. Oh man, is he gonna get the sneaky? Oh, because you're getting it in return, so he's getting a mex and you're getting a mex. Oh, he didn't actually get it. Build is tidier, more refined. It makes sense. Sniping the radar is pretty big, actually. That's kind of good. Does that radar actually see everything? Oh wow, it does. That's really strong. That's a strong radar spot. Yeah, this rover of yours is getting far more value than Ragnar's did. I mean, he got the radar, which is good, but like you've now killed 2 mexes and like half of another one, and it's still going. Oh, because he hard greeted on cons. He has 4 cons out expanding right now. It seems... I mean, it seems like that could pay off, but oh my god, this rover harass is kind of gross. Oh my god. If you get... There's no way you get... Okay, there's no way you got that. Dude, these poor cons, they just want to build their mechs. They just want to live their lives and just build their mechs, and they can't do it. They just can't. It's horrible. Oh my god. There's no way this one gets anything. Like, Ragnar sees this, there's no way this gets anything. Oh. They're staring at each other. Oh god, the turret turn rate. Oh, there, it should die. There you go. My god. Well, while this whole thing's been going on, you've just been casually expanding. Like your expansions are safe. You got your E scaling, you scaling build power. Everything's totally chilling, and Ragnar's just been trying to like stop the leaks. Yeah, this makes sense. This LT placement, like you can really like you want to secure this whole area, uh, for like a nice safer E scaling. Ragnar's build style compared to everybody else's is kind of fun. It's interesting to watch, like how he's managing to stay as competitive as he has, considering how much extra income he spends on LLTs compared to everybody else. And like he's still very good, and like and wins quite often, despite how much extra money he's spending on this. And I guess there's something to be said just having safer economy and turning that into advantages later. I've seen Randy spawn, yeah, quite often. Frankly, I think I've seen almost every spawn. Oh god, you have no E. Oh man. That's a little painful. I mean, now that he's secured his mexes, he has two pairs of cons going out and expanding, and like that, they're gonna do that very quickly. So he actually probably at a certain he could very easily get ahead of you in metal income just off of the con expansion being like a little greedier than yours. Like you have one con taking all these mexes, you have one con taking these, and he has double con everywhere. Which I guess at least your commander's out while his is being a con turret in base. So realistically, it might actually be somewhat even. I'm not sure. He's also making exploiters like everywhere. Oh, nope. He's only making one exploiter on that patch. I'm assuming we're going to the incisor build. Yeah. Randy's still expanding with like 100 more BP. Yeah, the commander diff is kind of big. Like the commander will build this shit really quickly. I'm assuming Ragnar's gonna get his commander out soonish. Well, I guess now. No, he's sending the cons for another expansion path, so he's actually probably gonna stay in base, I would assume. This is in Homeworld 3. I'm waiting for reviews. I want to see if I'm gonna be my childhood memories are gonna be crushed. Well, Randy's showing up and seeing the Great Wall of Exploiters and like $80? No way, it's $80. No way. Oh, Canadian? It's $80 Canadian? Jesus. That sucks. This is a little dangerous actually. There's not enough incisors here. I mean, I guess the repair is kind of good, but oh my god. Yeah, this is kind of dangerous. That's a lot of incisors to get into your backline when you don't have like LT walls. I mean, he's gonna get he got 2 cons and he got like 4 mexes. That's definitely painful. He got value from these incisors for sure. Oh, is he gonna get away with it? I don't think so, right? No. Yeah, just having your commander out expanding while his is at base is actually a really big deal. Like that's not small in the income differences. And the fact with how many exploiters he's making, he's also like slowing down the expansion even more. While it's maybe a safer expansion, it's much slower. Pretty similar to Homeworld 1 and 2 with the legacy controls. Okay, okay. That's good that they changed the controls. I'm wondering if it has like an effective or like an actual real multiplayer. Ah, we're doing a bomber one this time. Okay. Doing a bomber swap. Which, I mean, on this map, everybody's generally going to be spamming a decent amount of wins, so like a few bombers could get pretty good value. Dude, Ragnar's got to be like the most awkward player to raid, because he's going to have an absurd amount of LLTs everywhere. Bomber bit of value if you take a forward spawn. Is it just because the bomber gets there quicker? Like, what's the benefit of the forward spawn? Like, you've killed A expansion, but now he's got all of a sudden you still have to chew through like multiple exploiters. Ah, I see. less chances for bombers to get shot down. That makes sense. Yeah, so now he's swapping to Ace Solar, which, you know, I mean, if you're core, I mean, that seems like that makes sense. I don't know why you, like, sticking with just wind on a map like this core seems like not as needed when Ace Solars exist. I mean, wind is pretty good on this map, though, to be fair. 414 is pretty good. So where are the bombers? Yeah, they are. They're going now. We made 2, I'm assuming? Yeah. Like, you really don't need that many bombers to get good wind damage. And it looks like he is no AA, but he is going to lab of his own. And he spotted the scout. You learned that 10 was too many? Yeah, like, I mean, really, realistically, especially if you're doing this, like, if you're not just going for wins, like, okay, that was very awkward placement, but, like, you know, you don't need that many bombers to get good value. Sucking the scout out of the sky, and the exploiter then also being, like, you know, it doesn't care about bombers. Yeah, see, that wasn't as much value as you normally want to get off of, like, 2 bombers like that. Normally you'd be looking for a little more. But I mean, Ragna, like, I don't know exactly the timing if he was already dropping the lab, but like the air swap was enough that it was unlikely you're gonna get much. Oh god, hold on, I can hear it, Wait, I'm hearing, oh my god, I'm hearing the other window. It's horrible, it's fine, whatever, it's fine. Why does that exist? It's not fine. Oh god. I really wish it muted the other window. Oh my god, it's horrible. I need to go mute that, I think. You know what? What if I mute this music until that one gets muted? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. That is so many incisors. Oh, see, this is nice menu music playing in-game right now while we're watching a game. That's great. Naval metal storage. What's the cost difference between... Holy shit, that's so expensive compared to the normal one? What the fuck? I didn't realize it was that much worse. Oh man. I want to like actually go and mute the other windows so bad. The menu music is killing me. Well, you're kind of you didn't know that too? Yeah, no, that I didn't realize that's so expensive. That's a very big difference. The metal is pretty close, but it looks like E-wise. Yeah, you got your A solar scaling now, so you should be chilling the next time the wind does that. Ragna's doing the same thing, but I'm surprised you're doing it in the like lines, right? Where I guess like if you get bombed, it's already kind of fucked anyway, rather than what Ragna's doing, where he's doing the spread out solars, which are much harder to bomb. Energy excess? Yeah, they both excess a decent amount. Which, to be fair, you know what? I'm agreeing. I'm kind of coming upon I'm agreeing with your point of view of you basically don't want to excess any energy, and like that is, you don't want to excess anything. You don't want to excess metal. You don't want to excess E. I'm agreeing. And that is a macro improvement that many people could make. It is maybe not as important as excessing metal. Excessing metal is like the worst case scenario thing that could happen, but it's you mean I knew it was bad before, but it was also like as a as a less experienced player, I would perhaps say it was not as big of a deal in my mind as metal. This excessing metal is basically like worst case scenario. Okay, did it just fucking go into did they go into a game? I think they did. I'm gonna have to go mute that. It becomes a big deal when both players are similar. Yeah, I mean, even then, like, it's just something I think people should improve on. I think I need to improve on. Like, I need to, it's something I specifically need to work on. Can I not hear these shooting? Oh, I can't hear these shooting. Isn't that nice hype music for the other game starting that I definitely need to go mute? Hold on, we're gonna go mute that. There we go. Fixed. All of a sudden we're fixed. I should have left the lobby. That would have made far more sense. Overflowing isn't so bad. Yeah, overflowing E in team games is actually like sometimes just beneficial, right? Like especially like the smaller team games, sharing before converting like can really help your teammates. But that's like a whole different story. Like in most games, you just straight up should not like excess anything. Like you should be spending your resources. Oh my god. Randy. Already with the dragon, you're breaking this out? My god, man. He's got so many fighters. Actually, he doesn't have that many fighters. He has 22 fighters. That was not that bad. Kato already got banned. So maybe I should have kept the prediction going. Shit. Damn it. I fucked up. Ugh. Yeah, that's I mean that's probably not enough. 22 probably. 22 tier 1 fighters, especially if Randy has his own. Like that's not going to kill a dragon. Wait. Oh, yeah, you've got your mexes scaling. Yeah, this is kind of turning into a weird. Is this just Ragnar's playstyle where it's like he's just hard turtley almost? Like he's harder to push into. He's just got LLTs for days everywhere. He's got twin guards. This isn't Ragnar's playstyle? Is this not? Is that like he used to like when I see him play, I don't think I see anybody drop as many like just straight defense that he does. Whereas now there's a dragon out. He just has like look at the map control difference is also enormous. Like Ragnar's giving you so much of the map basically for free. How much EXS are we at? They haven't actually gone up that much. I mean, it's gone up. Like they're both accessing somewhat. Ooh, this is rough. Yeah, there you go. I was thinking in this situation, just if you land the dragon, the fighters start missing a lot more. 67. Yeah, it was 50 like a minute or two ago, which I guess, you know, with most people, like, it would be much higher. Wait, are they 3.0s? Holy shit, these are 3.0s. Yeah, okay. Dude, okay, the fact that neither Ragnar doesn't have either of those mexes is actually a really big deal. Like metal look at the metal produced. That is an enormous difference. You were so far. Okay, admittedly, you're really far ahead right now, Randy. But you're putting all of your economic advantage into dragons, right? Where it's like, it could very easily bite you in the ass, putting all that huge metal produced advantage into a unit that very easily, with a single fuck up, could just die. Really not. It's a thing that you can minimize. 850 metal between two equal players could actually end up being a decent amount of difference. Yeah. It could be a decent difference. Doesn't he always overbuild LLTs? And again, this is just coming from third-party knowledge, but as far as I know, Ragnar always overbuilds LLTs, does he not? Small map player? I see. So like this is a kind of a bad use of a dragon. Right. Like if it dies here, that's a lot of the metal advantage just gone. Oh man, that is a chunk. I mean, it's not all of it, but that is a chunk of the metal advantage just gone. That's what, 4 or 5 brutes? 4 or 5 brutes could be a lot. All right. Do we see an air repair pad? I doubt it. No, we don't see an air repair pad. I mean, I was saying for the next BPL, it'd be kind of nice to see it like this is kind of a more macro style map. Like there's a lot more income than the smaller map, and like Canis kind of is. But it'd be nice to see like a big map, like a big 8v8 map in 1v1. That's like one of the options. I think would be a nice variety. Canis is still a macro map? Yeah, Canis is still a map. I mean, it's definitely more, but it's not like, yeah, it's not like Rosetta. It's not like Rosetta style of like you're just filthy fucking rich. Like you've got economy forever. Air repair pad. I don't actually know how much. You know what? I'm with Randy. I don't know any of the stats of the air repair pad. I have legitimately no idea. You know what? Hold on. We're gonna pause this. We're gonna go look. What is the fucking? Where's the tier 2 con? I don't. Is it in the build? Utility? Utility. 400 metal. 40. So it is cheaper than 5 con turrets, and it has 1,000 build power. This is actually better. This is better than 5 con turrets. It's just you can use con turrets for other shit, I guess. I've never made an air repair pad. You know what? I've literally never done it. I've never made it. This is insanely good. Isn't it literally only good for dragons? Like, isn't this the only use case? I mean, I guess maybe a lich, but even then, like, no, probably not. It's probably only dragons. I mean, this is a little better. Like, as long as you're keeping the dragon alive, like, it's still getting good value here. But also repairs multiple units at once. It does, yeah. I'm actually not sure. Can you land multiple dragons on one repair pad? You can land 4 dragons on a yeah, okay, that's actually kind of a big deal. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck making con turrets. I'm with Randy. You know what? You know what? Air repair pads. New tech unlocked. You're kind of in a weird spot where, like, you have a big metal advantage, but you kind of don't have you don't have like a strong tier 2 ground army, and this is a lot of tigers right there. Is that a low-key unnecessary unit? Are you talking the pad or the dragon? Because the pad is, until dragons got buffed, I would say the pad was kind of a meme unit. Cause like, it was literally, its only use case was for dragons, and dragons were not a thing many people were going when they were kind of bad. Ooh, this is kind of dicey. Yeah, dude, this is painful. That's a lot of that's 3 dragons that have died now. And like the metal produce lead, like you're up 20k, but like 3 dragons is a solid chunk of that. Calm almost died? Wait, did it? Holy shit, your comm did almost die. Oh my god. I didn't even see your comm there. Wait, what? Your head was poking out? Wait, what? Oh my god, your head is poking. That's stupid. That is actually dumb. Oh my god. He was further south? I see. Well, even then, like, it still looks like your head's kind of, like, right at the water edge. Look, boys, if you don't like the way the current air is played, all I'm saying is showing up in air rework lobbies and actually giving feedback is a good way to get air changed. I'm just saying. This is kind of a weird situation. Like dragons are reaching a point where they're not gaining you anything, but it's like a metal sink, right? Like this is a big metal sink that's not really gaining a whole lot of value. I feel like you want to, like, if you're making these dragons and you have air control, I guess you have to deal with the ground army, but like surely you want to go for their economy. Yeah, I don't think anybody... I mean, that's actually not true. Some people do enjoy how air currently plays, but it is unfortunately very boring. In bar, it is not. I mean, if it's better than other games, it's good, but it's very boring. Like there's some things you can do that are interesting, but like... Yeah, this is reaching a point where it is like an actual dangerous amount of tigers. Although I guess now actually he's just kind of feeding them into defenses and dragons. Like the flags were a little too slow to catch up. Air raids versus eco can be devastating. See, it's not about it being weak or strong. It's that it's not very interesting, I think, for me. Because air is actually pretty strong, like currently. It's not like a hard carry roll, you know, but it has some very strong aspects to it. But it's also very boring. Dude, these flax have received so much value. Like these have probably equalized the metal produced. 30,000 metal, they've probably killed enough dragons to equalize metal produced. They have 56 kills. This is a weird situation for you. I'm gonna need an explanation for this. I am incredibly confused. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I'm incredibly confused. Why is he making an infusion and a giant thing of basic solars? I mean, he was stalling E hard and queued them up. I mean, I guess. I mean, he's got fusions everywhere. No, this is crazy. There's no world you do that. He's got fusions here, he's got fusions building back here, and he's making like 1,000 basic solars, man. Well, now this is building up that giant, scary reclaim field. He cares about the ecology, yes. He doesn't want to kill birds with windmills, clearly. Oh my god. Oh my god, Randy, I beg you, stop making dragons, please. Or go for economy with them or something. These plaques have murdered enough poor dragons. They've done enough. Is this a no tier 2 ground lab challenge? Is that what this is? You're just you're making brutes and stouts into tigers. As long as you have metal storage for 2, because you can spend your metal anytime you feel like it. Yeah, excess is usually the problem. That makes sense. Well, see, he's using his air cons to grab it, right? It's just Ragna also has like a shit ton of resers here. I say shit ton. He has 5 resers here, which is far more build power than 1 air con, and it's he's slurping up all the metal. Air tier 2 superior, disregard ground. I see. I see. It is very painful, actually, how much metal he got from that. That is actually pretty painful. Dragons need an air pad. Well, as we just discussed, air pads are apparently overpowered, and none of us have any idea that they're overpowered, except for apparently Chisada. He's the only man that knew that air pads are overpowered. The rest of us noobs, we don't build that shit. You know what? We don't build them. Dude, it is actually so painful to me that he's still making these. Yes, I guess just they're only overpowered if you're making dragons. That's their only benefit. But like what are they like what do dragons do? Like they're just dying to flex. They've just been dying to flex. Ragnar has a nuke? Oh shit, he does have a nuke. Randy, of course, with the largest brain or stream snipe of all time, who knows, is already making his anti-nuke. And because it's a core nuke, like, the anti-nuke definitely charges in time, easily. Like, easily. Well, I'm assuming this is Randy's forward air pad, because I guess he didn't know, like the rest of us, that, you know, an air pad is more efficient than con turrets. Like, this was his air pad. Which is a little awkward. I can't believe you're still making... You're making dragons side by side, pounders and brutes. My god. They do, Delph, yeah, but you can turn that off, and you probably should, because it's horrible. Like, if you click it, there's a retreat option. You can just turn that off. Now this is some combined arms bullshit. Like you got a bunch of tanks and some big airships flying just directly at this big defense wall. Now that is very cinematic though. We like that. Oh my god. Okay, this is I mean, it's kind of a scary amount of dragons, to be honest. It's kind of dangerous. I just hear a fucking self-deal. What was that? The Ragna's fighters are coming, but if they're tier 1 fighters, like they're gonna struggle to kill this many dragons. Like dragons have pretty okay AA into tier 1. Yeah, they're shooting all of them down. Admittedly, he only sent a small handful. That's a lot of reclaim that he kind of left on the ground, though. I mean, admittedly, like, a lot of it is Ragna's defense and Ragna's units, but... Randy's, he's still scaling. He's grabbing more fusions. I'm assuming Ragna did eventually stop the abomination. He did stop that. He's making more fusions. This is an absurd amount of reclaim on the ground here. How much is it? 8K? You know what? I thought it'd be more than that. I won't lie. I thought it'd be more than that. Those were like a lot of tiger corpses and shit. I thought for sure it'd be more than that. Dude, Pounders getting a like concave against tigers is just fucking bizarre. Like, it is so weird. Alright, Ragna's decided enough is enough. The dragons will get no more value. They're done. And the nuke got antied. Like, that was almost... I would say that was very close. No, you actually had plenty of time. You almost charged the second shot. Oh no, the brutes are getting in and killing the giant blob of basic solars. Look, that means he can just reclaim them easier. It's fine. There's a lot of like little leaks happening now. Like again, somehow once again, it is a Doom Pounder push is driving around slowly killing things. And actually succeeding. I don't know how it's 2 games in a row now. I guess this is just the build Randy's going on this map of just infinite pounders. I don't know. Like, how does this work? I don't understand. Oh man. They just slowly drive all the way across the map. I mean, Ragna's was already down kinda in mexes, right? Like not having any of the corners was very awkward. But now it's just getting kind of worse. Pounder Dragon is the only correct build. Yes. Yes, Pounder Dragon is the true build. Oh, the tiger's stopping. Is painful. I mean, to be honest, this is a big economy investment that Ragna spent, and it did not pay off. Like this nuke style is very expensive. Ooh, losing the BP here is painful. Nukes are not cheap. They are very expensive buildings, and I actually, how much is it? They're decently expensive to make. Yeah, it's pretty big. They're pretty expensive. Like, you really need to see value from that, and well, Randy made 1 anti-nuke, and all of his economy is protected. Just the fact there are pounders in the backline killing tier 2 mexes is just absurd to me. I don't understand in what world that makes any sense that this has happened twice. He could nuke the lake. Yeah, but like, that's not enough value. Like 52 titles, at least it's something. But this doesn't even pay for the silo. Like, not even counting the cost of the nuke. The anti-nuke cost? Yeah, the anti-nuke's only expensive in E. Like, the E is pretty crazy, but, like, everything else... I mean, even then, the E is less than the silo, right? So it's, like... It's like... Oh, and are you talking to even just the missiles? Yeah, like, it's pretty substantially different. Oh, where's he going with this nuke? Yeah, nukes are crazy. This is why people get pissed. This is why people get pissed when you have like you see like one of your eco players or whatever in like an 8v8, they just rush a nuke and do nothing. If they don't get value with it, they just threw the game because of how fucking stupidly expensive this is. It's just dog shit. Like one one anti-nuke, if people remember to make it, which to be fair, most people, you know, in AVA, they're not remembering to make that shit. But if they remember to make it, like, it is much easier to counter a nuke than it is to get nuke value. He was saying that they could land a 9-minute nuke in DSTR. I mean, you probably could get some really cheesy nuke shit going with co-op and stuff, but it's like, you have to also not die in that time period if they just make units. Dude, I love this. Just mass brute pounder dragon into tigers, slowly driving away, totally outrunning them. I guess I say slowly. Oh, all the flax got caught actually. Wait a minute, this is actually really dangerous. Although Ragnar has total air control. Maybe this isn't that dangerous. Ragnar has total air control, but he lost a lot of his he lost actually a lot of his fighters. And tier 1 fighters, again, will not deal with dragons very easily. They do, yeah, they do kill Rex. Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised Ragnar stayed on tier 1 air, actually, now that I think about it. Because if you know your opponent's going tier 2 like they're going dragons non-stop, like, you need... You say flanks are useless. Their flanks are killed like 5 or 6 dragons. It's just now they've reached the number of dragons where it's like, yes, this is too many dragons for flanks to deal with. You need tier 2 fighters. Can you afford tier 2? Yeah, Randy did lose. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but yes, Randy did lose an absurd... Like, most of his lead was lost in dragons, okay? Like, it is not a small amount. It's not a small amount that he lost in dragons. Well, I mean, like Air's E expensive. If you're making fighters, like, it's not really that metal expensive, right? Like, just... It's gonna... He's spamming tier 1 fighters anyway. You might as well go fucking tier 2 fighters if the dude you're against is only making dragons. Tier 1 fighters aren't doing shit. They're gonna die to his tier 2 fighters or just die to the dragon AA. Oh, we've seen this before, of the big brute walls slowly driving in. Oh god. Wait. Neither person recognizes that this is here. I'm assuming Randy's dealing with something elsewhere. Oh my god, the flak. Oh, there we go. Oh, where's this going? Okay. Okay. This is not value. This is pretty... How many tanks is he gonna nuke? Like, it's like 5 tanks. Oh, he actually got all. Well, I got some of his. He got like 10 tanks there. I'm gonna hesitate to call that worth. Yeah, I don't know. Nuke is a very big risk, I think. Oh man. Losing 2 of his fusions. Tier 1 fighters, like, they just can't do it. This many dragons, they just can't do it. They're just all going to get shot down. I mean, this is looking like game for sure. Ragnar just lost half his economy to brutes. Yeah, if I'm surprised he stayed tier 1, to be honest. Like, if he had gone tier 2 fighters, he probably could have been shooting down these like these dragons very easily. Wait, Randy, you're cheating! What is this? A tier 2 ground lab, Randy? What the fuck's that? What happened? On Nuke, we go to 100 tier 2 fighters he could have made? Yeah. Well, the nuke got 0 value. Like, he obviously was going for, like, okay, well, we're in a rough spot, and hopefully Randy forgets anti-nuke so I can just win, but I don't know. That's a big risk. Especially a core nuke. Like, that takes so fucking long to charge. Yeah, this feels like a desperation tier 3 swap. Like, he's fighting, to be very frank, he's fighting mostly brutes. Like, he's fighting mostly brutes. He's got an enormous tiger ball. Admittedly, now there's actually a decent amount of vanishers. Well, it's actually 6. I don't know, he's got more coming, but... Yeah, I don't know. There's just kind of too much coming his way. Like, these tigers are absolutely, like, shredding these brutes, but, like, the moment the banishers get in range... Well... Okay, never mind, there's still banishers. But... Clumped up tigers, like, this is basically best case scenario for banisher value, right? Like, they're all clumped up, they're just gonna take AoE damage, but... Yeah, there's something to be said for just having more tigers. Yeah, I don't know. Ragnar lost too much economy, I think. Like he's making demons, but he kind of just does not have an answer for dragons anymore. He has a lot of flak tanks, and they're gonna mildly inconvenience these dragons. Yeah, Randy's bringing up the Rezzers. I mean, he lost the ground army, because again, he's making brutes and pounders and banishers versus tigers. For Ragnarcom. Ragnarcom is in base. He's been back here, cloaked in a jammer for quite some time. That's a lot of tigers. And he's reclaiming behind this, but that is a lot of tigers. Oh, he's actually losing a lot of his fighters to this flak. It's kind of dicey. Did he just nuke like 2 mexes? He just nuked like 2 mexes, right? I'm very confused at the nuke play. You know what? I think at this point I would have reclaimed it. Like, he's getting no value. I mean, maybe nuking like the reclaim. I don't know. Like this, he's getting no value from this nuke. The crystals are on fire, yeah. So he has demons, and like, demons are gonna shred the ground army, but like their AA is definitely not enough to deal with dragons. And there's a lot of dragons. Nuke the fighter wall, maybe? Like, again, it's like, there's maybe things he can do. He's going tier 2 air now, because he needs to. But like, it's way too late, I think. I think it's definitely way too late. Like, there's no time he can get, there's no way he can get enough fighters out to deal with this. Banishes his demon counter? I mean... I imagine they'll eventually kill demons, right? Like... Oh boy. Yeah, this is what I kind of thought Randy would do immediately from the start. With the dragons of like... Just fly around the defense and go like nuke their economy. Oh, yeah, see Ragnar's trying to drop another lab. I don't think he doesn't have radar to actually spot the... Oh my god. Oh, he missed the D-gun! Oh. Oh no. Like, Randy didn't have radar, he couldn't see him, but... Yeah, I mean, that game looked like it was over. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird game from Ragnar. I don't know if maybe it was Russ because he hasn't played much, but it was a weird game. But at the same time, Randy was also doing maybe the craziest things. I don't I don't think I've seen another person going like infinite pounder dragon. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that.